Over valley and mountain, river and plain, through wind and storm,
rides Anne of the Airlanes.
Once more, the two planes, the interstate transport piloted by Jack Baker and the Aircat flown by Pete, are headed toward the coast of the dark continent, Africa. Jack has left his radio mic open as he makes the takeoff from Tristan da Cunha, and this makes his action known to Pete without causing any suspicion on the part of the gangsters. Pete, Kay, and Zeb, of course, follow as closely as they dare without bringing their motor within earshot of those in the transport. A radio message from the gang station apprises Vic and Joe, as well as Jack and Ann Burton, that the Doc, leader of the smuggling ring, is en route from the Azores by commercial plane to Portuguese Angola. Jack is advised to fly directly to Cape Town. Aunt Hattie and Bobby Baker are known to be with Dr. Tyler somewhere near the Angola. Does this seem to indicate that Tyler is the mysterious Doc? Suppose we join Ann and Jack in the transport.
The way I get it from this chart we got here, it's something like 2,000 miles to Cape Town. Is that right, Baker?
Just about, Morgan. We ought to make it in less than 8 hours if we can stick up here. If we have to go down, it's going to cut our speed, though.
Yeah? Well, what's going to make us go any lower?
For one thing, we're flying at about 20,000 feet, and I sort of imagine that you'd have a bit of difficulty breathing as well as you'd like to if that supercharger on the cabin failed to give out.
Boy, them guys is always thinking of something new to put on these things. A few years ago, the only things that had superchargers was carburetors. Now we're breathing with one of them. I don't understand them, but all the same, it's wonderful.
How long have we been in the air, Jack? It seems like ages.
About 5 hours now. Won't be long until we're sighting land over in there somewhere. You don't know just how close to Cape Town we land, do you, Morgan?
Well, we used to use a commercial field, but that's out now. Doc made arrangements with his man here for a place outside of town a little way.
But if it's only a little way from town, I don't see how you manage to keep the radio station on the air all the time like that, to give us a beam without the authorities finding out about it.
There's a lot about this business that you don't know anything about, Gorgeous. But if you just say the word, we'll count you in.
Oh, gee, Vic, leave Miss Burton alone. She's told you a dozen times she don't want no part of this outfit.
Morgan, you better listen to Joe if you won't listen to me. Ann's out of this, so just forget it.
Okay, Baker, okay. But you'll have to admit she's been a help on this trip.
Just forget it, that's all. We'll manage.
Sure, we'll manage, all right. But I don't get it. Both you guys kicking about the idea, and Joey in particular. Which reminds me, it seems like you two been doing a lot of talking together.
What do you mean, Vic?
Nothing. Only you've been dropping one or two little remarks lately, Joe, that tipped me off that you and Vic have been having a little bit too much conversation. Doc has always made it a pretty good rule that two members of this gang don't get too chummy. I'm going to see that it doesn't happen. You get that?
Yes, I get it all right. But I don't know what you're talking about. Joe and I have talked quite a bit, and I've talked quite a bit to you, too. But I don't think I've revealed any secrets.
Me neither.
Well, just for the information of both you guys, don't let your tongue slip too much. We'll soon be in Africa. And they don't keep such close check on who comes and goes around here. Not that I'm trying to scare you or anything like that. Just to keep on the safe side. Yeah, and that goes for you, too, Gorgeous. Just as long as you're on the side of the Atlantic.
Mr. Morgan, I can't imagine admitting, much less bragging to anyone, that I was mixed up with a gang of diamond smugglers.
Now, that's fine, even if I hardly appreciate the compliment.
TC calling VM, TC calling VM, TC calling VM.
Answer him, Baker. It's the operator on Tristan.
VM answering TC. Come in, TC.
What is your airspeed?
Airspeed about 365 miles an hour. Headwind of about 30 miles. Weather partly cloudy here, but barometer still high for 20,000 feet.
Weather believed to be good all the way in. Have a report that no occupants were on, inaccessible when search was made about 2 hours after you left. Impossible to reach plateau as passageway had been blocked by cave-in from top.
Ask him about the plane they heard around there, will you?
No report of any plane in the vicinity?
Yes, report from crew of small fishing boat from here that plane was heard either shortly before or shortly after you took off. However, it was heading directly south.
Ask him about the gas I told him about. The stuff that Doc catched there for Lafferty.
Morgan wants to know if any sign was found of the gasoline that he had been catched on inaccessible for Lafferty.
Man says there were marks of gas and oil drums as well as canned goods. But it has evidently been either stolen by sealers working on beach or it has been washed out to sea in last storm. How soon do you expect to make Cape Town?
Our chart is accurate. We should be sighting land very shortly at our present speed.
The beam at our airport is on, but no operator in charge that can use mic. If you cannot contact me at Tristan, keep the beam. That is all, VM.
Okay, TC. We'll try to hang on to beam. What he means that there's no operator that can use a mic. don't mean to tell me that you've got native operators.
Well, yeah, Baker. The operator at Cape Town is a native.
But if he can't talk English, how did he manage to get a license? Does he know anything about international code?
I guess he does. And he writes good English. But he can't use a mic, that's all.
Oh, gosh, Vic. He's not there, is he?
None other, Joey. Which is one of the reasons that I think that you and Baker better lay off the private consultations. You see, he might get a notion put into his head that it's not quite the thing. And you know what that means.
Say, just what is this? Do you mean that the fellow's dumb?
Well, sort of, you might say. At least he's not saying anything.
Why not? Any secret about it?
Nah, not so much. But I just think that it will be much more effective if we keep sort of a surprise for you when you get to the field, see? But you'll find that Kobu is not dumb in some ways.
Jack, what was the matter with that beam just then?
Sounded like we hit the beam from Cape Town. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, that means that we won't be able to pick up any more from Tristan with this boy blasting in like this. It also means that we're lots closer to Cape Town than I had any idea we were.
We should be at least 300 or 400 miles from there now, shouldn't we?
About that. The rate of 330 or 35 miles an hour. So take a look at that wind indicator and see what it says. I've been reading at 30 miles, but you can't be sure with a light falling on it like that.
You mean this dial right here?
Yeah, that's the one. What does it say?
It shows about 15. The needle is halfway between 10 and 20.
I've been reading those figures 10 and 40 all along. No wonder we're getting close to land. We've been leaving Tristan behind us at nearly 350 an hour.
Gee, you mean that we're almost to Africa already?
At least we're not very far away, Joe.
You know, now that we're almost there, I'm getting kind of nervous. Something about the whole place from one end to the other that gives me the jitters. Spooky, if you know what I mean.
Just take it easy, Joe. Nothing is going to happen to you any more in one place than any other. We just string along, see? If you try any funny work, either you or Baker, Africa is the easiest place in the world to have things happen to you. I just keep that in mind.
Morgan, you just worry about keeping gasoline a jump or two ahead of the ship. I'll manage to take care of myself.
Yeah, and quit being so suspicious of everything and everybody. Gee, when I joined this outfit, you told me that there wasn't a chance on earth of us getting caught. Here lately, you've been suspicious of everybody. You think somebody was getting ready to turn you over to the law or something?
No, it isn't that. We managed to keep on the safe side, just in case we're stopped somewhere. No guns or anything like that. Now, the local police can hold on any suspicion, see? And we always manage to keep ahead of the government. But it's just the idea of not letting you fellas think that maybe you're getting away with something and squeezing me out, see? Or might take it over for yourselves.
Shame on you, Vic. After all we've been through together and you get ideas like that. That's positively ingratitude, that's what it is.
Jack, what's that dark strip over there, right straight ahead of us?
That, Ann, is what we're pleased to call the coast of Africa. We're still right on the beam. Just about how far in is this landing field of ours, Morgan?
Oh, I'd say about 20 miles or less. Just stick on the beam and it'll bring you right in.
Okay. In about 10 minutes, should see you on the field.
Listen to that, Jack. What is it, static?
Oh, it sounds like it, but I've never heard static that sounds anything like that. It's right on the beam, too.
Say, Vic, that mumbling sounds sort of familiar, don't it?
It does. It ought to. That's Kobu. And he's trying to say something into the microphone. Listen.
Can't the poor fellow talk at all? Can he make any sort of an intelligible sound?
Not a word. He can't talk, I tell you.
But you can hear that he's trying to say something. Maybe he's managed to learn a word or two.
Not a chance, not a chance.
Well, I don't know. In the hospital, I've seen cases of dumbness cured.
Not Kobu, beautiful. And just as soon as you see him, you'll get the idea. Listen, Baker. Can't you use a key? He can understand code, okay?
Sure, I can give him that. If you're sure that he can understand English.
Yeah, he can talk just as good English as I can with one of them key things. Try it, Jack.
Okay, I'll ask him what he's trying to get over.
What did you say, Baker?
Just ask him what he's trying to say. Oh, here he comes. Here's his answer. Oh, here it comes. Write this down, Ann.
Okay.
Are you BWANNA? Morgan, with airplane to land in field. Signed, Kobu. You get that?
All except that one word, that BWANNA. It doesn't seem right somehow.
That's okay, beautiful. That's their language for master. Tell them yes. This is Morgan's plane. They were coming in for a landing in a few minutes.
Okay, Morgan.
How on earth do you suppose he found out that we were coming in just at this time?
Gee, that's nothing. After you've been here for a while, nothing those fellas do will seem funny. They got ways of getting word that's just about as fast as our radio.
Okay, and get this.
Right.
Talking drums bring word large aeroplane follows you closely. Land as quickly as possible. Drums also say that Guana, D-E-C-C-A.
D-E-C-C-A?
That's right, Anne. Is now in Luando. Please land at once. Kobu. You got that?
Yes, I think so, but that other word, the one that sounded like a record or something.
Wanna-Decker?
Yes.
That's what Kobo calls a duck. It means the blonde master.
Blonde? Oh, and Doc Tyler's a blonde, so that's it, eh?
That's what. There's a million blondes in Africa, and these natives call every one of them Decker, see? What worries me is that ship that's right behind us. You suppose that could be the Aircat after all?
Oh, gosh, no, Vic. How could a ship like an Aircat get gas enough to make a trip like that?
Joe, I'm glad you remind me of that. So that's the way it is, huh? I think we'll be on hand when that strange plane rolls into the Cape Town airport. Take her in fast, Baker. We got work to do.
Does Vic Morgan really suspect that the plane following them is the Aircat? And what is the work that he has to do? Already the strange happenings of the dark continent that is Africa have begun to manifest themselves as the talking drums bring the news from the Luando far to the north with the speed of the white man's radio. Even from the sea come these booming messages that actually speak the language of the men who talk over miles of jungle. And once more comes a link that seems to bring the mysterious Doc into focus as Dr. Tyler. But we cannot be sure. So as the mystery unravels, it brings thrills and tingling adventure from Africa in each episode of Anne of the Airlanes.